Hey all, this is the weekly project proof of work video. A lot of the stuff this week was kind of small projects, less exciting perhaps, and you might just want to, if you're going to watch it, you might want to speed up the playback speed faster than 1x, but it shows all the work that was done in the last week. Good morning, it is Tuesday, and the dog or the chickens knocked this 2x4 off. It wasn't secured there, it was just holding the gravel in place, so I just wanted to get a shot of what this kind of looks like. It's got a thin layer of mortar on top of the gravel, and now I'm just going to mortar this gravel on the edge so that it's not going to fall out of there. So after the first coat on that edge, that's how it looks. I might just need one more coat later on, and I got one more coat over there, over the insulated area, so that should all be thick enough for walking. Good morning. It is Wednesday. Just had a bit of rain. You can see right there in the middle of this where there's a little bit of pooling. So the rain helps to show where the slope needs to be corrected. This whole thing is still really thin. I don't know if you can see over here. But it's okay to walk on for now, but I'll have to add probably at least another 1/2 inch to inch of mortar to it to make it more sturdy. But first up for today is working on the cinder block mini wall here, and I had mortared them into place last week, and so now I'm going to fill the holes with 2-inch stone and mortar, and then add tile on top. And then after that, this second coat of polyurethane is dry, so I'll sand this down and apply a third and hopefully a last final coat on this, which will take another day or two to dry before I can work in here again, and then I can really progress on the plumbing and other things once this floor is complete. Alright, filled them with stone and mortar, and then put the tiles on top. So that's basically what it'll look like. Not perfect at all, but it is how it is. And all these tiles are like 30 years old, and some of them are kind of like, they're flawed. But still, it's a lot better than they're recycled, and it's a lot better than the alternative of just raw mortar. So that's that. I'm going to break for breakfast before sanding and doing round 3 of the polyurethane. And use the last bit of the mortar left over to fill this little low spot there. So I just finished the third coat of this polyurethane, and to be honest, I've got no clue what I'm doing. I don't know if this is the right product. I was thinking it would like fill the cracks, but it's kind of like absorbing, and so we'll see how it turns out. But at the very least, it's giving it a glossy look. So the next project I'm going to work on while that third coat is drying is this. This is an insulation panel, this triangle, which is coming off from like the bed in the GateTower is on the other side. So this is basically like an umbrella insulation, and it's got some cement on top of it. And then over here, it's basically worn down to the styrofoam, and the rocks I put around the edge to keep the chickens from picking the styrofoam is kind of falling apart. So I'm going to add the lath on top and then connect the lath to the rocks, clean it all up after first clean it up and then do the mortar. And then over here, there's this first step never really got finished. It's got a bunch of these trash bottles. So I brought these cinder blocks as like a form, And I'm going to find a way to kind of build this step up with mortar and add some gravel and get this step done and this little thing finished. What are you guys doing? There's no food there? Huh. Such colorful chickies. What do you got there? No, that's nothing. Here's how this looks. It's been 2 coats. There's all sorts of obstacles they're going to try to keep the critters off somewhat successfully. And it doesn't have full coverage, but after all these are removed, one more coat will give it full coverage. There's lath underneath that, and haven't gotten to that step yet. But there has been some progress in here. So done with the polyurethane, put the rug back down, and put this recycled kind of mounted this recycled bureau in here, dresser, whatever. And the couch, which folds out to a bed, is all situated. And yep, that's all for now, I guess. So the next step is, well, the sink, but I have to get parts for that, and I don't know how soon I'll do that. And I gotta get a step built from this tire or stairs or some kind of thing up to the sleeping area. And then I think I already showed you, but these tiles got all done and I filled the grout in between. And that is the latest in here, getting a little bit closer to livable. Good morning. It's a bright, beautiful Saturday morning. And today I'm going to build this little staircase from this tire over to up there with a couple posts. Got some more mortar down there to even that out. And I'll check in once the stairs are done. Alright, so we got some really simple stairs. There's basically just the 2. And then you get up. And this over here, I've got a mortar into the tire. So I've got a little bit of lath and some screws going in there that will help to grip it, connect it. And it'll take a couple applications. This one is at that angle because I figure over time it'll be pushed down. But simple enough. Stairs. It's Saturday evening. Here's this little jut after the first 2 coats and moving the things that held the lath down, and then removing those and filling in the last few holes. And then the way I did this step here, because it had like junk in there, and basically use a cinder blocks for forms, cardboard against them, put some mortar on bottom to bond to the initial thing, and then just on the edge against the cinder blocks I kind of layered gravel, mortar, so that when I take the cinder blocks and cardboard out, the gravel won't fall out of that, so it'll stay in place, and then I can just mortar up the side. And it's a nice fat stair that covered up most of the trash, and I'll just need another couple patches to fill in the ends, and that's about all I got done today. So it's Sunday morning. I just took the forms off, and here's an idea of the side view of what this step looks like, so you can kind of see what I did there. And there's pretty much all the gravel or the stone stayed in place, so now I can just put another coat of mortar over, and it's all good. Check it out. Here's this step. It ended up quite square, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just about finished building up that corner, then there's just a little bit over there, and a little empty spot here. That's a bit of a puddle there. I'll leave that for now, but this kind of insulation wing is basically done. And, well, it's 90% done, I guess. And, same thing with this stair. Pretty happy with how it turned out. What do you think, Sammy? Pretty good? You like it? It's got a drain there going through, so if the water pulls up too much, it goes to the other side. Yeah, she likes that. And then at some point, I'll just add more mortar there. Use the water as a guide so that it puddles less and less, and then goes right from that tube out to that tube. Then I gotta bury that drain pipe so that it'll pick up the water that's coming from the small tube, and then get it all sloped and drained out the corner there. But that's a big project, and I'm trying to focus on the GateTower rental first, which I'll take you down and check that out real quick. So, working on mortaring these stairs in. So you can see there's some lath there, there's some screws going into the stair, and then on the underside as well, there's support coming in underneath, so that'll all get mortared in. And then up here we got the mini fridge in. Ended up getting a free recycled mini fridge. And right now I'm working on getting the back of this really well mortared. This one's got some mortar. This piece of lath doesn't have any. But it's all going to get set up so that there won't be any gap in the back. It'll go straight from mortar to sink. And maybe at some point it'll get some tile. We'll see. But this is the underneath right now, where you can kind of see how the lath is being. That one got one coat, so it's not really supportive yet, but after the next one it'll get good coverage. And over here I just put this one in, so it'll be like anchoring it in for the first coat. But once those all get done, then I can focus on the plumbing. But one thing follows the other. So the last thing was to get the mini fridge in. And it's still coming together. I think I was a bit ambitious at the end of, it's Monday afternoon, at the end of last week. I think I was too ambitious, hoping it would get done in 2 weeks. But I think by the end of the month, this next month of July, it'll definitely be ready for rental. And maybe a little bit sooner, we'll see. But it's all coming together, nice little efficiency. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. I was just going to show what this over here looked like. This is my first time checking it. I did add more yesterday so that it rained again, so that it pools a lot less. I still clearly have to add more to get it to not pool at all, to go to the drain. And I don't really think there was anything else from over here. I just did some more around that sink, but yeah, I guess there's nothing else to show over here. But that's the last update of the week. So I'll see y'all next week.